Welcome back to Python Pandas course. Hi, my name is Pooja Pokhriyal. In today's lecture, I am going to show you how to concat data frames. So when we talk about concatenation, it is combination of data frames. Here you can see we have data frame. Now you know how data frame looks like. We have rows and column. So here in this data frame, we have name, country, age and index values are 0, 1, 2. In this data frame, columns are name, country, age and index values are 3, 4, 5. After concatenating these two data frame, resultant data frame will look like this. Here you can see. So this is concatenation of data frames. Now let's see how to perform concatenation operation using code segment. So to perform concatenation, we need to use concat function. So this first statement is obvious. We need to import pandas and we are giving aliasing as PD. We are creating dictionary. You know how to create dictionary. Dictionary contains key value pairs. So here we have key, name and then associated values. We have key, country, associated values and so on. And you know how to create data frame from dictionary. This we have already covered, right? So here we are creating data frame from dictionary. So we are passing group 1. Group 1 is dictionary 1, right? And we are specifying index value explicitly. So this you know how to specify index value. So we need to pass index parameter and then we pass index values. For second data frame, index values are 3, 4, 5 and then we are printing value of df1 and df2. In next statement, what we are doing? We are concatenating df1 and df2 using concat function of pandas. So we are writing pd.concat and then list of data frames we need to pass to concat. So here we are concatenating df1 and df2. So resultant data frame will be this. Here you can see first data frame index value 0, 1, 2. Second data frame index values 3, 4, 5 and in combined data frame we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then this resultant data frame, right? So we have 6 rows in resultant data frame. We can also concat data frames ignoring existing index. So to ignore existing index, we need to pass parameter and that parameter name is ignore underscore index and we need to pass true as its value, right? So here we have dictionary named group 1. We have another dictionary named group 2. We are creating data frame from group 1 dictionary. Index values are 1, 2, 3. For first data frame, index values are 1, 2, 3. For second data frame, index values are A, B, C. We are printing value of df1 and df2 and then concat function to concat these two data frames. So here ignore index value is true. By default its value is false. When we don't specify it, its value is false. But here we have specified it as true. So resultant data frame will be like this. So here first data frame index values are 1, 2, 3. For second data frame index values are ABC. Now in resultant data frame we don't want these index values, right? So we want default index value in resultant data frame and you know default values of index are 0, 1, 2 and so on. So using this ignore index parameter we can ignore these existing data frame in resultant data frame, right? Now let's test your understanding. Run same code but now ignore index equals to true. Just remove this parameter and check the output. Now you can guess the output easily. We will have resultant data frame with index values 1, 2, 3, ABC. So now you can use any editor and you can check this code segment and observe the output. Now let's see what happens when we concat with same index value. So for dictionary 1, keys are name, ID, qualification. For dictionary 2, named group 2, keys are name, ID, field, and then associated values are there. We are creating data frame from group 1 dictionary. We are creating another data frame from dictionary 2 named group 2. Index values for first data frame are 0, 1, 2. Index values for second data frame are 3, 4, 2. So here you can see index value 2 is same in both data frames. We are printing value of df1 and df2. And using concat function we are concatenating these two data frames. So when we run this code, output will be, so here you can see first data frame 0, 1, 2, second data frame 3, 4, 2, and in combined data frame we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. So when there is same index value, that will be there in resultant data frame separately. So we have two times in index value. Here you can see we have 2 and then associated values, and here again 2 then associated values. So in this data frame, one thing we need to notice is for first data frame, column names are name, ID, qualification. For second data frame, column names are name, ID, field. So in both data frames, name and ID columns are same, but qualification and field, this is different. So in combined data frame, you can see for first value we have this John, then ID, then qualification MCA, and field is NaN. So NaN means not a number. You know, when data is missing, that is represented as NaN in data frame, right? So for this John, field value is missing. There is no field because that field exists in second data frame, right? So for these three name, field value will be NaN, here you can see, and for these three, qualification field will be NaN. So here you can see for Kane, Dravid, Mac, qualification column is NaN, right? So this is the resultant data frame of these two data frame. Now let's see how to set rule along index or row. We have this dictionary, we have another dictionary, we are creating data frame. So these steps are similar. For first 0, 1, 2, for second data frame index values 3, 4, 2. So now we are specifying parameters axis and join. So when axis equals to 1, we are dealing with index, and join equals to inner. So join equals to inner. When we write inner, that means resultant data frame will be having common row with same index value. When we run this code, output will be, here you can see we have data frame 1 with 0, 1, 2 index value, data frame 2 with index value 3, 4, 2, and resultant data frame is having only one row with index value 2. Because for this data frame and this data frame, index value 2 is same. So resultant data frame will have only one row with index value 2 and then associated value like this. So here we have specified join equals to inner. Inner means common values, and axis equals to 1. Now let's see how to set rule along columns. So along column we need to write axis equals to 0 and then join equals to inner. So inner, that means we are talking about common columns. When we run this code, output will be Here you can see for first data frame, we have index value 0, 1, 2, columns name, ID, qualification. For second data frame, index value 3, 4, 2 and column names are name, ID field. In these two data frames, name and ID columns are same. So resultant data frame will be having only these two columns, name and ID, and then index values will be same. So for first 0, 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 2. So here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and only two columns are there. So we need to specify x is equals to 0, and when we pass join equals to inner, that means we are referring common values. So when x is equals to 0, we are referring common column. Now when we don't specify parameters axis and join like this, so what does it mean? So when we don't specify axis, default value of axis is 0 and default value of join is outer. So this statement is equivalent to this one. Axis equals to 0 and join equals to outer. Outer means we are combining all rows and all columns. So this we have seen when we write concat function without parameters. Only one parameter is this there, that is list of data frames to be concatenated, right? So now you can guess the output of this code segment. So here we have axis equals to 0 and join equals to outer. So we have seen the output of concat operation without specifying these two parameters, right? So you can run this code in your system and you can observe the output. Congratulations, now you have learned how to concat data frames and how to set rules. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.